when you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality? Who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Take a look at this.
Let's play. This is too hip for you. I'll slow it down.
Let's play.
Watch all your favorite classic game shows on Buzzer TV, KBBC Digital Channel 13.7.
Hi, I'm John Mallos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. You're watching this on Me TV Fresno. Today we're talking about Billy the Kid. Yep, that Billy the Kid from the 1870s and 1880s, my friends. We have a rare photo that we want to show you, only the second one in existence. That's the first half hour. In the second hour, half hour of this program, we will talk about a new movie that's been out since the summer. And I mean, the profits are through the roof. 436 Me TV option 11, just like this program. The profits are through the roof. Back in just a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
A little sense of humor here at the top of the program on Connect with Me on a Tuesday morning here on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. I'm so glad you're with us here and glad that our guest is in. Kind of a last-minute change yesterday afternoon with our guest. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy the first half hour of our program today. But first, a couple of programming notes. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Fresno County Health Department in the building tomorrow to talk about why you should get your flu shot. There is a lot of debate. Many people think it doesn't work. Why should I get the shot? If I'm going to get the flu, I'm going to get it anyway. It doesn't matter. So we'll talk about that on the program. Then on Thursday, be careful, my friends. We have a private investigator in the house on Thursday. They'll be privately investigating you and me and the crew here live on the program. That'll be at 10 o'clock on Thursday, so that should be a lot of fun. Also, Game 4 of the National League Divisional Series tonight at Citi Field in Queens, New York. It should be a great matchup. A lot of people saying that this is probably the biggest start of Clayton Kershaw's career, facing the Mets in Game number 4. It's a do-or-die situation after that blowout last night in New York as the Mets slaughtered the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game number 3. Time to remind you that you're watching us live on Comcast. I know people call it Xfinity, not me, not your host. I will call it Comcast, now and forever, my friends. It's Comcast Channel 375. We're glad to be partners with them. If you have over-the-air broadcast with an antenna, it's 43.6, 13.1, and you can watch the replay later in the day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 13.6 U2, 8 o'clock tonight, primetime, 4.6 Biz TV, and then the Twitter account has not changed at John Mallos Me TV. Okay, some real must-see viewing this coming Sunday on your television set. National Geographic will air a 2-hour special on the man, the myth, the legend. I'm talking about Billy the Kid, once the most haunted and hunted man in America. Yes, haunted, because if you faced him square on, head to head, you're probably going to end up on the short end of the stick, I'm sure. Anyway, let's go to the photo, my friends. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The show on Sunday will examine the mysterious photo believed to be only the second one ever taken of the famed outlaw who is seen here on the left. This is a rare photo bought as part of a miscellaneous purchase at a Fresno junk shop some 5 years ago by Randy Guijarro of Fresno for a mere $2. Now housed in a Bay Area vault, this photo right here, 4 by 5 inches, tin-type photo could fetch upwards of $5 million or more. It depicts Billy the Kid and several members of his gang, the Regulators, relaxing in the summer of 1878. And that will be the subject of Sunday's special on the National Geographic, hosted by Kevin Costner. Live in our studio right now is Randy Guijarro. Hey, that's the wide shot of the photo. Whoops. There we go. Live in the studio is Randy Guijarro, the owner of that rare photo. We're going to talk to him about how he bought it, where he bought it. You know, if you stop to think about it, Billy the Kid was really one of the media's first notorious bad boys in the entire country. Billy the Kid supposedly died at the age of 21. He supposedly gunned down 21 people. He was a horse thief, among many other things. A rare photo. We have a poster of it here in the studio. Only the second one ever found of Billy the Kid, the subject of a National Geographic special. Of course, this coming weekend, this Sunday, it is must-see TV, and our guy, Randy Guijarro from Fresno, will be featured in that special 2-hour presentation by the National Geographic on Sunday. Back with your phone calls, 436-ME-TV, option 11.
Hello, I'm John Walsh. The Justice Network is seen here in Fresno and made possible by the Ventura Broadcasting Company. To see how law enforcement all across Central California are fighting crime, watch Local Choice with Austin Reed, where you'll see interviews and special reports with those who keep us safe every day. Local Choice with Austin Reed, daily on the Justice Network, Fresno, exclusively on KVBC Channel 13.5.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high-efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Me? You got me?
MeTV is memorable entertainment television.
Sure sounds good.
With a lineup of classic television shows you remember.
I remember years later.
And shows you can discover for the very first time.
What a good stuff. Here he is. To me?
You can watch MeTV Fresno on Xfinity 375 starting August 25th.
Are you gonna watch me or ain't you?
MeTV is memorable entertainment television.
All right, my friends, time to talk about Billy the Kid, and this is the first program that we've ever had here on Connect With Me on MeTV Fresno, talking about Billy the Kid, who was a notorious outlaw back in the 1870s, 1880s, until he was, I guess, shot and killed himself, right, Randy?
Yes, he was.
Hey, good to see you, Randy
Good
Guijarro.
morning. Nice to
Hey,
meet you,
rare
John.
photo. Let me pass me that poster there, and I'll hold that up.
There you go,
And
sir.
I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, but don't move
there you
yourself.
go.
You're fine. You're fine. That's the photo right there. It's a rare second photo, only one known to mankind, taken of Billy the Kid. You take your finger and point out where he is in that photo. He is right where?
here. He's right
there.
here, wearing the
right there.
hat and cardigan sweater, leaning against a croquet stick instead of a Winchester rifle.
All right. Okay, Austin, you've got the tight shot of this. Put the tight shot up, not the wide shot, but the tight shot. Let's look at that photo on the tight shot. So Billy the Kid is on the left.
Yes, he is.
Screen left. Okay. Randy, how did you get this photo?
Well, you know, I was coming home. It was the end of a work day. Happened to be over in Olive and 99 area, and I come up Olive.
When was this?
This was 5 years ago, just about this time.
Wow.
Yeah. And stopped in close to, downtown in the Tower District. There was a little antiques mall. There's quite a few shops and malls there.
Yeah.
Fulton's Follies.
Yeah.
And they're kind of closed now. And so I stopped in. I wasn't gonna You know, I was driving by, getting ready to go home, and
I'll hand you that.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And
so
fortuitously,
you were tired.
Tired, getting ready to go home, and driving.
Do I stop or don't I stop?
Exactly. And you know, a parking spot right on the street where you could kind of just park and drive and go on in. And I thought, okay, must meant to stop. So I basically stopped and hopped out. And
what shop was this?
This was Fulton's Follies, right there across from catty corner from the Tower Theater.
Okay.
Right on Olive.
So you walk in.
Walk in, and a guy I knew named Art, he loved collecting Hot Wheel cars. He remembered me. He said, Randy, you know, these couple of guys came in, they had boxes of photos, papers, and junk, and I knew you collected, photographs. He says, nothing we were interested in. We sent them around the corner. There's more little junk shops and stuff. And I said, well, okay, I'm caught my interest. So I basically chased them around, and there they were. It had 2 boxes with stuff in it. And what really intrigued me was it was all about Fresno. They were photographs taken here in Fresno, photo shops, downtown on Inyo and Kern and Fulton and all that. And I really liked that. And in there, I said, what do y'all want to do? Oh, we're trying to sell it. No one's interested. I said, okay.
The photo.
The photos.
He's trying to sell the photo and nobody wants it?
Well, you have
there
no...
There it is, right there. That's the poster that we showed. It's the wide shot.
That's the wide shot. It's a...
So nobody wanted this photo?
Nobody wanted the stuff in the boxes, you're right. Nobody wanted these photos and papers and junk. And when you look at it initially, you know...
go ahead.
Yeah, when you really look at it, it's a 4x5, and you take a quick glance... That looks really good because I had it, you know, photo enlarged. But initially you're like, well, I can't see real well. I don't have a magnifying glass, but it's very unusual. It was a country scene with these people kind of gathered around, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm looking at the stuff.
Like,
and
what are you going to do with it?
Well, yeah,
anyway?
As a collector, I love having photographs from different eras and areas and subjects. Loved cowboys. And they look pretty cowboyish. He's on a horse with a woman. It was just something caught my eye. You know,
so
initially.
You bought a whole band of things.
Well, yeah, I bought 3.
It wasn't just this photo. It was. There were other things in the box.
Right.
Other photos.
Other photos in the box. Right.
Okay.
And so I picked out because my finances were very limited at the moment. I just had lunch, and you're down to the last couple of bucks, and here I come across this box with. I'd love to have it all. Didn't have the forethought to say, hey, let's go around the corner and take a few dollars out of the machine. I'll buy it all. I'm just looking at it, and I thought, very interesting. And I pulled up a cabinet card, pretty lady on it. There was another tintype, but it was newer.
Well, let's talk about, okay, you made the purchase for how much?
$2.
$2.
For 3 photographs.
For 3 photographs, and this was one of them.
This was one of them.
Okay, and then you said you left this thing in the pickup for 2 days?
Yeah, well, yes. My wife loves to go with me, and she had scolded me a couple of days prior. Now, don't go without me. So, again, this was a moment stop, and I left it in my truck for several days, waiting for an opportune time to say, honey, look what I found. And when I did, I brought him in, and
so how did it come to pass that you found out all of a sudden you had a rare photo of Billy the Kid?
Well, I brought him in the house literally that day, and I have a jeweler's loupe, you know, a little magnifying glass. And this one, like I said, it looks far away, so I'm starting to look, and the gentleman in the middle pointing his stick, his face is clear as ours.
They're playing croquet here.
They're playing croquet in this, and I thought, wow.
Right. What state is this in?
This is in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Right. And
what county?
Right now it's called Chavez County, but at that time it was part of Lincoln County.
Okay, and that schoolhouse, they're standing in front of that school. That schoolhouse is still there.
We just discovered within the last, literally, not even 2 weeks, we had one of the investigators and the authentication team that really helped us to go nail it, and they went back to this location. I stood there. We thought there was a rebuilt schoolhouse. This is a mile up from the Tunstall Ranch, which started the wars with the murder of John Tunstall.
Right.
This is on Old Schoolhouse Road. It's a mile up from his place, maybe. And we went there, and everything lines up. The hills, everything. This big tree is gone, but believe it or not, there's a huge hole where it was dug out behind this building. Well, the team went back to look at the location where I had been. I said, here's where we are. And the owner of the land, excuse me, his name is Sterling, he decided to pull up some boards, and things started looking real good that, well, could this be parts of it here. It wasn't a rebuilt schoolhouse. It was the remodeled schoolhouse. This structure is still existent. It exists
And
there.
you have a piece of it.
I have pieces of the wood that were in that area. One of the greatest things that we found out is that playing croquet, this is called a Jacques croquet set. Comes from England.
Okay.
One of the facial recognition experts is that. These are 36 inches long. These are yardsticks. So we were able to take measurements of the people here. Billy measures out to 5'8". The other gentleman in the back here, he was nicknamed Big Jim French, and he measures out a little over 6'4", almost 6'5". But what was really telling was they measured the building. This building is exactly 21.5 foot square. It's an odd number to be 21.5 foot square. So when the team went back out there in the last 2 weeks, they measured the front door across, 21.5 foot. So when they started to go from the front, they went to 21.5 foot, and there is where the extension of the building.
But when you examined it with your microscopic tools that you had, when did it dawn on you that this was Billy the Kid, and how did that come about?
Well, I was home. Like I said, I brought this in, and I was looking at it, and I looked
By the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but that is, we're looking at, I guess, the montage video of Billy the Kid. That's the first photo of Billy the Kid, right?
Right.
The first known photo. In fact,
right.
The only one, there's the wanted poster, Dead or Alive, $5,000 at the time. This is only the second. I'll let you continue your story about the magnifying glass there.
Right. With the magnifying glass, I seen the gentleman in the middle, and face is clear as day. So as I'm scanning over, I noticed Billy the Kid. I looked at him and I thought, well, he is very familiar. Just glanced and stopped. I said, I know him. Why do I know this guy? And it was the hat and the stance leaning against the croquet stick. He was cocky. That's the way he was. Cocky young man. And if you really look at the hand on the croquet stick, he has a ring glinting in the sun. And so I thought, these hints are like, this is really wonderful. So I told my wife, this might be Billy the Kid. And the wonderful pragmatic woman, she is, well, okay, that's wonderful. All these people, who do you associate with? Well, and then we're off to the races. So I brought up known photographs of his associates. There are more known photographs of the regulators than him, just the one.
Right. So then what happened? How did you get the authenticity of this photo? How did you verify 100% that this was a rare photo, 1878 of Billy the Kid? And how did they put the time frame on that? Right. How did they know?
Well, that's really the story that you're going to be seeing next Sunday. This was a 5-year journey. It took me 4 years. I got to a spot. It took a year to find a guy to blow this up really nice and because that's a tin type.
Yeah,
you have
4x5.
Yeah, 4x5 to make it into as big as 40x52. I had to see what was in here, and he was really wonderful. And that's done.
Where do you find a guy that does the authenticity? How do you? I mean, these guys have to be rare.
Well, they were. What we did was, in the Western world, there are a few men out there that are considered these experts, and I did seek them out first. I'm not knowing that how controversial this was going to be. With you've got Billy the Kid and the Regulator, something never even dreamed about, let alone you've got a photograph here. This is something out of the Twilight Zone, and that really you can't believe it. You're like, well, this can't be true, because when would they be? Where would they be? So I spoke to some of the top experts in the very beginning, and to be honest, they weren't really a whole lot of help. They said, well, if this was true, this would be basically the find of this millennium, but they would have me to prove this. There's no provenance. I didn't, this was found in a box here in town. So you have to authenticate it. And as far as your question goes, I had to then seek out experts in different fields. First of all, is this a real 1870s tintype photograph? Because the manufacture and process of that changed over the years. Are the people wearing period clothes? That really looks great. The biggest thing and obstacle, which is what people threw out at me, was, where is this location? Where and how could they all get together?
How did they know?
Well, yeah, how did we actually come to find out? Over the years of, the research, again, I came up to a wall about a year ago, and I met a local producer, He's at 1830 Productions. His name's Jeff Aiello. And we got together, and his wife also, both of them are just into research and doing all types of history and telling stories. And I said, would you like to see the rarest photograph of Billy? Well, he didn't even know of Billy much other than and now he's become truly a great expert.
Yeah, so this is, trying to verify that this photo was authentic.
Right.
Was a 4 to 5 year process.
Absolutely.
And the steps include what? Trying to verify the photo. First of all, that it's a tintype photo. That's number one. And then trying to verify and identify the people in the photo.
That's correct.
And then identifying the location.
Exactly.
All of these took time.
Yes, a lot of time. A lot of time and research and effort. Well, the biggest thing is who are the people we could identify clearly? Okay,
right.
So I know of Tom and Billy and Charlie. The lady in the middle, very prominent. So we start looking. And Sally Chisholm comes up.
Wow.
Of John Chisholm, the big cattle king of the area.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is this photo, of course, was taken in New Mexico in 1878.
Yes.
And it's in a vault in San Francisco, and we're talking with Randy Guijarro. He is the owner of that photo. He bought it here in the city of Fresno just for about $2. And we have a phone call, and then we'll go to break. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
Just fine. I want to ask him, knowing that you paid $2 for this picture, and it's authentic, and now you know how much it's worth, it's in that vault, how do you feel? Do you want it back?
Well, you'd always like to be able to hang on to something like this. But, when I started this, I really wanted to, prove Billy is real. Whole
and
different.
That this was a real photo.
And it was a real photograph, exactly. And over these 5 years, not that I get attached to it, but it's the stories that's come up. I don't have to let go, but it's kind of bittersweet, to be honest, a little bit. It's bittersweet.
Yeah. You're going to sell it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and I said in the monologue, it could be worth up to $5 million.
Well,
but it's whatever the market bears.
Right. That's actually an insurance of value put on there.
Yeah.
It's been insured for $5 million.
But do you think anybody would be willing to buy it for $5?
I think that if two people.
I mean, the first one that we showed during that monologue, we're not going to show it now, but the first one that we showed, or the other one that we showed during the video montage was the first Billy the Kid photo, and I think the Koch brothers bought it for what, $2 million?
Yeah, $2.3 million is what they.
This one has to be worth more.
Yes, it is. My opinion, of course, my humble opinion, because this is not a portrait. This is a story, and this has people that you can imagine in there. Yes, so exactly. This is the Mona Lisa of photographs. Truly, this is the rarest photograph in the world.
The second one only known to Billy the Kid. All right, we got to take a commercial break. Randy Guijarro is here. He is the owner of that photo. And we're going to talk more about this. 436-ME-TV, option 11, in just a moment.
Hello, I'm John Walsh. The Justice Network is seen here in Fresno and made possible by the Ventura Broadcasting Company. To see how law enforcement all across Central California are fighting crime, watch Local Choice with Austin Reed, where you'll see interviews and special reports with those who keep us safe every day. Local Choice with Austin Reed, daily on the Justice Network, Fresno, exclusively on KVBC Channel 13.5.
When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Frigidaire Gallery appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start, but you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an Energy Star qualified French door Frigidaire Gallery refrigerator. Quality appliances for the way you live. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise.
Back here with Randy Guijarro, that rare photo of Billy the Kid. Just who was Billy the Kid? He was the biggest outlaw in the 1870s and 80s, shot to death at the age of 21. His mother and his father died at a very early age, and he basically was a horse thief. And so who was this guy? How do we know he was like one of the most notorious gangsters back in the 1800s. He was the first media darling, too.
Yes, he was one of the first bad boys of, America, vis-a-vis the West or wherever. Yes, his life has been really scrutinized and chronicled by a lot of Western experts. But Pat Garrett, the one that shot him, the sheriff, he wrote a book exactly of chronicling his
the
chase
life and times of Billy the Kid.
Right. And the original photo that you've seen was
that one there.
Yes, that was authenticated by Pat Garrett. Okay.
And that was the only one known to mankind until you stumbled across this second photo in some shop here in Clovis or Fresno.
It was in Fresno. It started in Fresno, and then we ended up in Old Town Clovis too. So that's the way it worked. Yes.
So interesting. And so Billy the Kid really, he lived hard, he played hard, and he died hard.
Yes, he went out like a blaze. He really did.
Yeah. Was it a gun battle that took him down?
Well, that's basically what it was. Pat Garrett, and they were all after him, and he ended up being...
what'd they do, corner him?
Corner him in the Maxwell home, is what I understand. There's his Pat Garrett's account and history. Many people want to, there are many legends of Billy the Kid still. Right. Yes, he was shot by Pat Garrett and laid out on a table and identified. I always wondered, though, at that time, you have this photograph. They did a lot of post-mortem photographs. I'd have loved to seen the post-mortem of Billy the Kid. That's why there's some mystery, He's buried in Fort Sumner with his pals, Tom O'Folliard and
the Regulators. Who were these guys? The Regulators. That was his gang.
Well, yeah. The bottom line was when they murdered John Tunstall, his boss. Okay, they went in and got with law enforcement. They were actually deputized and be law enforcement to go after the murderers of John Tunstall.
I've got this piece. I've got to run it and it's got sound on it, and it's this Sunday on the National Geographic. I believe it's 9 o'clock East Coast and West Coast time. So look for it if you're here in California. You're not traveling to the East Coast. It'll be 9 o'clock West Coast time on the National Geographic Channel, hosted and produced by Kevin Costner. I want to show you Kevin Costner right now and what they're going to talk about on the National Geographic. It's a short piece, but go ahead and take a look.
Kevin Costner is teaming up with National Geographic to explore the legend of Billy the Kid, specifically a mysterious photo believed to only be the second one of the famed outlaw. The special Billy the Kid New Evidence will premiere Sunday, October 18th at 9 p.m. and trace the origins of the newly discovered tintype containing what appears to be a second image of the famed fugitive. Only one photo of William H. Bonney, better known as Billy the Kid, exists. Costner, who will narrate and executive produce the 2-hour special, said, "Billy the Kid was once the most hunted man in America, and if you think about it, was one of the media's first notorious bad boys."
A lot of people think that Kevin Costner, in his own way, was kind of a bad boy, right? In his early days.
Yeah.
Yeah, not now, but...
he's mellowed with age.
He's mellowed with age, so the right guy I love Costner, though. He's good. He's a great actor. I just love
the voice
him.
Carries it real well.
Yeah, yeah, and I love Costner in JFK, by the way. Remember that movie?
Yes, I do.
I loved his acting there. So what are you going to do with this photo? You're going to sell it and do what? Buy an island someplace and retire and forget about it, everybody, or what?
No, actually quite the opposite. My wife and I have really loved the journey, okay? And now, by default and no fault of my own, we want to become authenticators. And there's so much wonderful treasure and history out there that is just missing or misplaced.
You're going to be a millionaire. You'll never have to work another day in your life. Right. You'll never be homeless or penniless, okay? You won't have to worry about Obamacare. You'll be able to afford it.
Right.
Okay. So what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to authenticate what?
Well, you know what?
Autographs?
Actually,
pictures?
All things that are really great and interesting. Like I said, there are some wonderful missing memorabilia from the West, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War.
That's true.
So much. There's photographs. Through my family, I'm a shirt-tail relative of one of the youngest and last real lawmen of northern New Mexico. His name is Fred Lambert. And the family has a treasure trove of the Lambert stuff that was just discovered. That's next.
Time for one more phone call, and then we got to take a break and go to our next two guests here on Connect With Me. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air, but limited time. Speak up, please.
Yes, hi, John, and hi, Randy. This is very fascinating, and good luck to you and congratulations, I guess.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Jeff Aiello's production. He's a great producer, local producer, has some really good shows.
Outstanding.
2 questions for you. One, do you consider yourself a treasure hunter, and is this going to inspire you to go after other kinds of treasures, per se? And then, I'll leave it at that. I lost my train of thought, but I'll take my answer over the air. Thank you.
Treasure hunting. Yes, it's become a wonderful treasure hunt. And I like to say that...
There's plenty of gold up in them hills.
There really is. Up in them thar hills. There really is. And, this has been a great treasure. And the hunt is really what's made this very special.
Yeah.
It's like finding that treasure chest, knowing it belonged to One-Eyed Willie. And the moment you find the map, now you know it's his. It went from being worth quite a bit to... oh my, here we go.
Yeah.
So yes, I love it.
And give a plug to your buddy out there. His shop. What's the
I
name of
sure
his shop
do.
there?
Brad Stoops has been very instrumental in helping us along, and he owns the Clovis Sports Card and Collectible right there on Pulaski between 4th and 5th, right next to the bank. Walk into there, and you won't have to wonder what's going on. So many wonderful things in the shop.
Hey, this thing has made national news. You've made national news. You're all over the internet. You may even be on Good Morning America, we understand. It's a possibility.
Anything's possible.
Yeah,
yes.
but you're definitely going to be on the National Geographic show. They talk to you as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's the way it goes.
You're featured throughout the whole thing.
Right. It's our journey to authenticate.
How you purchased the photo, how it became authentic, and all that kind of stuff. And there it is. One last look. Billy the Kid this Sunday, National Geographic, 9 o'clock West Coast time on the National Geographic channel.
Thank you,
Randy Guijarro, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
On the find, my friend.
All right. Appreciate it, John.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You
Come
too.
back again.
I shall.
Find something else.
All right.
Call us.
I'll give you a buzz.
All right. We'll be back here. We're going to continue on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. We'll talk about a very successful movie. The profits are through the roof, my friends, just like this program. Back in just a moment.
After God created the world, He made man and woman. Then, to keep the whole thing from collapsing, He invented humor.
Sub, a perfect reason to rejoice. A distinctly positioned channel in the crowded Hindi general entertainment channel space. It is India's only family comedy entertainment channel with a core brand promise of असली मजा सबके साथ आता है.
हाँ, देख रहा हूँ.
Which means celebrate the joy of being together. Taking humor as a universal language, the shows on Sub are light-hearted and make up for an enjoyable family viewing experience. Indeed.
असली मजा सबके साथ आता है.
अब तो सबको पता है यार.
Zob TV is now on digital channel 31.8.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Hello, I'm John Walsh. The Justice Network is seen here in Fresno and made possible by the Ventura Broadcasting Company. To see how law enforcement all across Central California are fighting crime, watch Local Choice with Austin Reed, where you'll see interviews and special reports with those who keep us safe every day. Local Choice with Austin Reed, daily on the Justice Network, Fresno, exclusively on KVBC Channel 13.5.
The following is a list of celebrities you will not see on MeTV programs. Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snooki, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Honey Boo Boo, Justin Bieber, Simon Cowell, Chris Brown, Miley Cyrus, and the Real Housewives of any place. This is who you will see on MeTV programs. Lucy, Ralph, Mary, Perry, Gilligan, Kenna, Spock, Batman, Rowdy, Festus, and the Beaver. MeTV. Thanks for watching.
Back here on the program, connect with me on MeTV Fresno, and I don't know if most of you or some of you or just a portion of this audience has heard of a film that came out over the summer. It's called The Gallows. That's right, The Gallows. It's about a supernatural horror film produced by two local men, Travis Clough and Chris Loafing. And you know how much it cost to produce this film? Top to bottom? $100,000. Do you know how much profit this thing has made so far? I want to get this straight. More than $43 million for a film that cost $100 grand. The thing comes out on DVD as well. Last night there was a special gathering called the Nightmare Theater Halloween Haunt. Austin Reed was there. He is from Connect With Me and the Justice Network, and he gives us this preview of what this movie was about and also what happened last night.
Well, hey there, John. Thank you so much. Austin Reed out here for Connect With Me and MeTV Fresno. We are joined by the filmmakers of The Gallows. Tell everybody your name.
I am Travis Clough.
And?
Chris Loafing.
Okay, so tell everybody what's happening here today. And it just happened a few minutes ago.
Today we had a ribbon cutting for the opening of our new haunted attraction, Tremendum's Nightmare Theater. And we're basing it off of our movie that we filmed about 85% of here at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium downtown, across from the water tower. Yep. And we just, you know, we had this thought about, we made this movie here and it's had such a tremendous success, and there's nothing going on around Halloween time in Fresno, in the heart of Fresno.
Not much.
So, I mean, there are things, but this is something that was really exciting to us to do, and we figured it's a piece of the movie, it's a piece of Fresno, and we can get people to come in and experience it in such a unique and fun way. So we really just wanted to deck the place out and get people scared this Halloween.
Now, so the Haunted Maze, it's going to start on the 13th, run until the 31st.
Yes.
And where exactly is this happening?
It's happening at this building right behind us. Yeah,
okay.
The entrance is literally right over there. You start in the haunt, like right behind those doors, and it's a quarter-mile long, twists and turns, stairways, no elevators. I mean, it gets tight in there. I mean, it's really creepy and claustrophobic.
Underground areas. So you'll be able to see lots of very creepy spaces that haven't been open to the public.
And behind us, this is where a lot of the movie, The Gallows, was filmed, right?
That's right. Yes, yes.
That's cool.
And lots of creepy experiences as well. In fact, we just got a copy of the Blu-ray, which releases tomorrow as well on the opening day, and we watched our special features, and it reminded us of all the creepy, crawly noises and things and whisperings that happened while we were filming the movie. Yeah. And it made us that much more excited to have people come through, basically.
Now, and I heard you guys on the radio this morning. Apparently, the Fresno Memorial Auditorium is actually really haunted.
Yes. Yeah. As he was saying, we've experienced a lot of things, and rumor has it that it's one of the top haunted places in the city.
Yeah.
We believe it. I mean, based on our experiences, we totally believe it.
I don't want to go in there. I'm a little frightened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, something that is nice about our haunted attraction is it's a lot like our movie. It's truly intensely scary. It's not bloody, gutsy, satanic, gory. You know, there's none of those things. So a variety of age groups will be able to enjoy this without walking away kind of feeling like they're going to throw up.
Freaked out. Okay, so the 13th through the 31st. It's open starting tomorrow.
NightmareTheater.us, and like our page, Nightmare Theater, on Facebook, and they can see a lot of cool clips of some influencers from Vine and YouTube have gone through, and even our lead actress Pfeiffer Brown from the movie. She went through, and it was just hilarious watching how freaked out she was. So
now, and The Gallows, the movie is now on DVD, right?
Yes, it's out on digital, Amazon, and iTunes, and then also DVD and Blu-ray starting tomorrow. And an interesting note is that on the Blu-ray, we have the entire first version of the movie, which is completely different, and there's a completely different actress in that movie. And to my knowledge, nothing like that's ever happened before on a Blu-ray. So it's exciting to have both versions, the original that we did that caught Warner Brothers' attention, and the theatrical version that everyone saw.
Last question, was this a fun film to make?
It was very fun and very stressful and a little bit of everything.
All of the above, yes.
Yeah.
But it was great.
A lot of work, a long time and a lot of work. But a lot of these guys behind us were
big helps.
Part of the crew, part of making it happen, making it real. And
so Fresno's showing up. You guys want to say hello? Yeah, see, this is cool.
We are, and we're planning on, we're planting our flag here, and we're going to do more movies. We have several in the works in development with Blumhouse, and some we're working on with some other folks, including getting some scripts from New Line and Warner Brothers. So we're very excited about it, and we're excited about doing things here. And, it's just a great opportunity, and we want to seize it.
All right, well, good luck, guys. Thank you very much. Check out the Haunted Maze right here in Fresno, right across the street from the Water Tower. Guys, thanks again. Appreciate it. John, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Austin, thank you very much. Live in our studio now is one of the producers, Chris Loafing, and he is here to talk about the movie. Chris, tell me about the movie. $100 grand to make this movie. I mean, I could go to the bank, B of A, Wells Fargo. I'm sure I could get a $100,000 loan to make a movie.
Make a movie.
$43 million. This thing is grossed. Is that like worldwide?
That's worldwide. I think the final countries have finally kind of withered away now. It's finally done with its theatrical run, and it's a crazy Cinderella story, John.
What is this movie about? Portions of it were filmed in Fresno.
The whole thing was filmed in Fresno.
The whole thing is filmed.
In
I
the
thought
valley.
only a portion of it was filmed. The whole McGillicuddy,
everything,
kit and caboodle, top to bottom, is filmed in Fresno. Where in Fresno?
So the video we just watched, the main portion of the movie was filmed in the Fresno Veterans Memorial downtown, across from the Water Tower. Other sections we filmed at Madera High School, Selma High School, so all around the valley, Clovis North, Clovis West, but everything was right here. And the movie's about a group of kids, high school kids, who don't want to do their school play anymore. They decide to sabotage it, break into their school at night, and things go terribly, terribly wrong from there.
Beatrice, Nebraska is where this thing is featured. That's that's supposedly the location in the film.
It's my hometown.
Your hometown is Beatrice, Nebraska.
It's actually pronounced Beatrice. It's very weird. It used to be. I'm sure it was Beatrice at one time.
Okay,
but
maybe it's both. Who
it could
knows?
be.
It could be both. But so that's where you're from originally. That's where you grew up.
Yep. I've only been in California for about 6 or 7 years now. So I went to high school, grew up in
So what happens in the film? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, after they break in, basically this play that they're trying to sabotage, it was done 20 years earlier. It's called The Gallows. And this play ended in tragedy. A kid named Charlie died on stage during a performance.
It was an accident.
Total freak
His
accident.
Parents were there.
Everyone was there. The whole town saw it practically. And it was a big tragedy, really reverberated throughout the town. And, flash forward 20 years, and they're trying to put this play on again, and they soon find out it's not the best idea.
How big a town is Beatrice?
It's about 12,000 people.
Yeah, so very small. Not a true story, though, is it?
No, but based off some very true events in my hometown. There's been a lot of hangings, a lot of weird things in a town that size since we started making the movie, especially.
So, a lot of hangings. What do you mean by that?
Suicides, mostly suicides, and
is that like recent?
Pretty recent. A lot of them happened during the filming of this movie, which is over the last 4 years.
Why?
We've been working on this. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
So the movie has caused many of these people to commit suicide?
No one knew about the movie until it was released, really.
Okay.
This is random, supernatural, weird occurrences in my hometown while we were making the movie. And we heard about a couple others that took place around the world, too. There was one in Brazil, one in New York, people doing plays and having accidental hangings and stuff. It's weird.
Did you think this movie would generate this kind of revenue?
You always have hopes and dreams. I mean, when we set out to make The Gallows, we thought, let's make a movie that'll go in theaters worldwide. And little did we know how almost impossible just that part of it was. And then when we got it to Warner Brothers and New Line and Blumhouse and these huge companies, we're like, man, this is really happening. Let's see how it does, and we couldn't have landed in a better place. We really couldn't have. It's really been a whirlwind. And
have you gone in undercover to any of these theaters to see how big the crowd was?
Oh yeah.
And?
Tons of them.
And?
Oh, it was great. It's so fun to watch.
Packed?
Yeah, especially an opening weekend and Tuesday nights, the $5 Tuesdays around here. Great.
All right. Now,
loved it.
Forgive me, I've never heard of any of these, the cast members.
No,
Reese
you wouldn't
Mishler,
have.
Pfeiffer Brown, Ryan Schuss, Cassie Gifford, Price T. Morgan, Jesse Cross, Melissa Bratton. Has anyone ever heard of these people?
One of the ones you read off is actually a local person, Melissa Bratton. Everyone else was from LA.
Okay.
Probably the only one that's you might have heard of is Cassie Gifford. She's Kathy Lee and the late Frank Gifford's daughter.
Okay.
And she actually came on board, as Travis was saying in the clip. We had an original version of this movie 2 years ago with a totally different actress. We had to reshoot a bunch of it when these other producers came on board. And Cassidy Gifford took that girl's place, and that's going to be on the Blu-ray.
Hey, I've got to take a break.
Sure.
And if you don't mind, we're going to bring your partner up here.
Okay.
We're going to kind of switch out.
Got
Have you
it.
had enough airtime?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As we go to break, though, I want to call up the trailer. Can we do that? Let's call up the trailer to the movie, and then we'll go to break. And this filmed in its entirety in Fresno, and it's called The Gallows. So it's a movie that's still playing in theaters right now here in Fresno?
It's done in theaters, but it's out on Blu-ray and DVD today.
Okay, out on, you heard it, DVD, Blu-ray. Let's take a look, a sneak peek at The Gallows that really came out this past summer.
Yeah. Can I get some stealth, please?
Yeah, this place is super creepy at night.
All right, here's the stage. Let's do what we came here for.
For you, sir.
Who the hell would be in here right now? Hello?
Senior Charlie Grimm will die after a prop malfunction during the high school's presentation of The Gallows.
What's going on?
There's no tape in here.
Someone died in the school? What is happening? It's Charlie.
He's real.
Every door's locked.
I'm getting us out of here. Hey, Charlie! Don't say his name. Don't say his name. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
You shouldn't say that name.
He's gonna find us.
We gotta pull the fire alarm.
Someone will come.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Hello, I'm John Walsh. The Justice Network is seen here in Fresno and made possible by the Ventura Broadcasting Company. To see how law enforcement all across Central California are fighting crime, watch Local Choice with Austin Reed, where you'll see interviews and special reports with those who keep us safe every day. Local Choice with Austin Reed, daily on the Justice Network, Fresno, exclusively on KVBC Channel 13.5.
We're back here talking about the movie The Gallows. Of course, came out this summer, $100 grand to make, 43 million and still counting. DVD, Blu-ray. It comes out today. Travis Clough is another one of the producers of the program, or not the program, the film. And Travis, welcome to Connect with Me. And so, my goodness, you couldn't have asked for anything more. Holy cow!
Yeah. Holy cow is absolutely right. It's been a
Cha-ching,
whirlwind.
baby. You hit the big time.
It's been a whirlwind.
Huh? It's
Yeah.
like going to Vegas, almost.
You know what? You would think, but
Did you buy that Mercedes yet?
that much work is it doesn't. Vegas takes a lot less work to put in.
No, I know.
You know, the time that we put in was pretty incredible, and actually we feel like, you know, it's like anyone who is out pursuing anything, we would wish that our kind of success upon them, and
of course,
you know, because it's hard to do a lot of stuff. I mean, it's hard, you know,
Well, I mean,
producing and doing all that, and then dealing with all the different variables, scheduling people.
There is no way that you or anyone else could have foreseen this. You know that it takes a certain amount of money to make a film, but you have no idea. Once it hits the theaters, the market takes over. And you don't know what that market's going to do. So I mean, I'm kidding you to a certain extent, but
right.
I mean, who could foresee this kind of success?
Well, here's the thing. This is what's interesting to me, is that I believe in seeing, you have to begin with the end in mind. You have to see the end result, and then the steps will make their way into alignment so that you can achieve that goal. And we actually had planned on having...
Hang on, caller.
We had actually planned on having a worldwide theatrical release in our business plan. We read through it the other day, and we're like, see this? We wanted to compete with Paranormal Activity and all these other movies that were made for a low budget, and went to a worldwide release. And
you did.
And it did. It happened.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air. Caller, you there? I guess you're not there. You can't. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Anyone? Anyone home? Nope. Okay, gone.
Bueller?
Yeah. The cast members, I was talking to Chris about this. Never heard of any of them, not even Cassie Gifford, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't. She recently, before our movie, was seen in God Is Not Dead, which was a huge success in theaters as a Christian movie. And, you know, she's going on to do more things, and so are several of our other actors. You know, it's incredible to see kind of a journey of several people who have had nothing really under their belt. And then we kind of came out into the world, and now people have seen this movie, they've enjoyed it, they know that we have skills to be able to do film, and they have skills to act, and we used a lot of local extras and a lot of local people for all the production as well.
Chris, of course, from Beatrice, Nebraska. What's your background? Where are you from?
I grew up in Newport Beach.
Okay.
I moved to Clovis my senior year of high school and graduated from Buchanan High School in 1995. Coming up on my 20-year reunion this weekend.
Yeah.
For
That's
Buchanan.
Nice. Beautiful.
Which will be fun, but it's been a great time being here and doing these things. So.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air. What's your question? Caller? Once again, nobody home. Okay. Caller, I'll give you one more chance. Nope, nobody there. What was your vision and your goal for this movie? You kind of touched on it a little bit, but without having any idea what the market was going to do. I mean, so you thought, well, if we clear 100 grand, was that going through your, if we clear 100 grand, we'll be happy?
Well, for me, it was a matter of, I mean, we know how much movie companies and studios spend on marketing. I mean, they spend tens of millions of dollars to market a movie and commercials and.
But you would have been happy with, say, a $200,000 profit margin?
Yeah, I mean, look. If it were to get in theaters, if it were to get into theaters, and this is what we have people now, I guess, and one of them is an attorney, a great lawyer that we have in Hollywood, and he said, "You guys, do you understand how much of a miracle it is that any one of your investors or even you guys are even going to get a dime of their money back, let alone get it all back plus double and whatever it's going to be, because the likelihood of independent filmmakers actually getting somewhere with their film is absolutely
impossible.
It's an anomaly.
So this is like going out on a weekend trip to the lake, and you're sitting there with your
Metal detector.
Your metal detector, and you find this rare coin that's worth millions of dollars just by accident. Is kind of the same scenario?
I would not really. I mean,
why not?
Because Chris and I, when we
Didn't
first
you hear
started,
what your attorney said?
Look, I mean, it is. But there's something about when you have a plan and you believe that you can accomplish it, and then you work towards it, that tells you that things will work out. You might not know how or in what way the stars will align, but they can align. And while we do feel very lucky, we feel like hard work, preparation, and all the things that we did over those 4 years.
Producers in Hollywood put in hard work, dedication. They work night and day. They don't sleep. They mortgage their house. They mortgage their car. Everything they own. They produce films that don't even touch or can't even get close to $43 million.
That is true. That is true.
So you have to feel fortunate.
I definitely feel fortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Will this allow you to do what else in Hollywood?
We are actually we're developing 2 more films, and we have...
Which are what?
2 more films with Blumhouse. They're untitled, but one of them is in the same genre, horror genre, and another one is more of an inspirational type of a film.
No more horror films, huh?
More, but we'll split them up.
See.
We'll do more. We have lots of different genres. We like comedy and action and things like that. So we're planning on doing more, and a lot more in Fresno.
Yeah. Let's take another chance here. Is this us or is this them not connecting? Are you there, caller? Oh, he's got his TV on, so I'm sorry, go ahead. If you do call in, if you're still watching at home, caller, you have to turn down the sound on your television set. There's no question, or else we can't put you on the air. We just put you on the air a moment ago, and your set was on. We heard it blaring in the background. We just can't take the call when that happens. I apologize. We have a minute and a half left talking with Travis Clough. $100 grand for this movie, $43 million. And I have to ask this question. How much of that $43 million are you guys going to see?
Probably not much, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Maybe $1 million?
Possibly, yeah.
That's not bad.
I mean, no, that's great. I mean,
wonderful?
Shoot, it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's life-changing.
Not much. I mean, I'll take $1 million.
Well, no, I know. I totally understand. But there is just a lot people don't understand. A lot of people think, well, that all 43 is in our back pocket right now.
No, I didn't think that.
No, I know, but a lot of people do, and so we kind of have to preface and explain. But no, look, we made something, and it's turned into this great blessing.
What kind of recognition have you gotten in Hollywood?
They know that we can make stuff for really low price that looks like it was made for millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that is a huge thing.
Getting calls from anybody famous?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, I mean, we're getting scripts.
Come on, name drop.
We're getting scripts. We recently got a script option for a movie that Zachary Quinto, who's the new Spock in the Star Trek movies, is executive producing, and
Great.
And we're taking a look at that, and we're taking a look at several other things that we are getting, and
so you're getting several different projects in the mail, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, more than a dozen?
No, not more than a dozen. Not yet. We've been really working on our local stuff, our haunted attraction, our Nightmare Theater downtown, and we haven't had a whole lot of time to jump into a lot of those things. But but we're doing Tremendum's Nightmare Theater.
Yeah, Nightmare Theater. Okay.
And people can check it out at nightmaretheater.us.
Okay.
They can follow us on Facebook as well and Instagram. And we open today, and people can bring their Blu-rays or DVDs down to the Fresno Veterans Memorial Auditorium across from the Water Tower.
Of course, yeah.
And get them signed by Chris and I, and have a great time through the haunted attraction where we filmed the majority of the Gallows, and it'll be the Gallows theme, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
I want to say congratulations on a great job.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Well done. My gosh,
Thank
a lot
you.
of blood, sweat, and tears go into that movie.
Yes, and some luck, some definite luck
and
too.
some luck. Yeah. And the marketplace took over and really took off. All right. Thanks to Travis Clough and Chris Loafing, the two producers of the movie called The Gallows, comes out on DVD and Blu-ray today. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Back tomorrow with another edition of Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. Tomorrow we'll have the folks in from the Fresno County Health Department, and then on Thursday we'll have a private investigator in the house investigating you, me, and everybody in the house. See you then. Have a great day. Still on camera.